Are you a legal professional that's stuck in the traditional type of law? So you work in a law firm, you work in a courtroom, you work in an advocate's chambers, and you're kind of feeling stuck and you're thinking, what else can this legal degree or legal qualification do for me? Because I need a difference, I need a change, I'm tired of this kind of thing, right? This is the video for you. Today we're going to dive into talking about non-traditional careers in law. I'm going to mention 10 that you can possibly pivot into and consider. Maybe you might find one or five that you are interested in and get to know them better. So let's go. By the way, have you subscribed? Because if not, what are you doing? I'll let you subscribe and let's get into the video.
You don't need to dress up to look beautiful. A girl of your nature is unusual. Your father don't like me, says I'm unsuitable, but he doesn't know me like you.
Hi, my name is Rati and I am a legal technology consultant, legal consultant, an entrepreneur, an all-round goofball. But welcome to my channel. Here we discuss everything non-traditional law and how to get into it, how to pivot into it, how to just start off the bat being in non-traditional law. I also talk about entrepreneurship, fitness, and lifestyle. Basically, this is legal professional 101, learning how to adult as a legal professional and how to balance all the crazy nuances that we find in this career. Hopefully, you will enjoy being here. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Nice to have you here. And let's dive into our subject today. We're going to be talking about 10 non traditional careers in law that you could possibly explore and pivot into, whether you're a current legal professional, a student, a paralegal, anyone interested in the legal space. Let's get into it. So, as always, we have trusty Mr. Notebook. So, we're going to be reading a bit into it because there's a lot, guys. And today I'm just mentioning 10, but please be advised there's a lot more out there. But I'm just going to talk about the 10 most popular ones at the moment that people are kind of researching and looking into, and you can expand from there. So, we're going to start off with the obvious one, legal technologist, which is what I am. So, legal technologist, you're essentially finding the sweet spot between technology and law and kind of bringing them together and helping other legal professionals, whether they're in a legal department, which is in-house legal GC, or in a law firm, bridge the gap between legal and technology and help them use technology to the best of their advantage on a day-to-day basis. So if you're someone who's very good with tech and you understand it and you've got quick uptake when it learns to learning new technologies, this will be the job for you. Myself, it's because I enjoy tech and kind of learning how to work smart, not hard. Yeah, I suffered from burnout. So I do not want to repeat that again. And I also don't want to see any other person kind of suffer through that stuff because it's hard. And it takes 7 years to recover from. Like, I was surprised when I heard that. So, child, I don't wish that on anybody. So, if I can teach you how to work smart, not hard, I'm the girlie for you. Number two, compliance. Now, compliance is a popular one. A lot of people know it, but a lot of people just don't venture into it. So, if you're someone who enjoys detail and like paying attention and making sure people follow the rules, like you are that prefect class monitor who everybody hated, it happens, guys. They're those people, but this will be the job for you because you're basically getting paid to make sure everyone follows the rules and does their job. So, if that's you and you're kind of tired of doing the day to day court things and whatever, pivot into this. Number three, legal operations specialist. Now, this is if you're one of those people who is all about efficiency and figuring out how things work and the best way to be effective and efficient in a business. This is for you. So, everyone knows lawyers are very finicky people and creatures of habit, and they like working a certain way. So, if you're working with lawyers, you have to be someone who knows how lawyers work, right? So if you're one of those who's got a legal background, but you also like kind of finicking with efficiency and stuff like that, legal operations will be the one for you, right? Number four, contract manager. Now, this is one of the roles I've also held. It's basically if you enjoy contracts, so like drafting them, reviewing them, and making sure they're on point, this is for you. So, contract managers basically focus on drafting, reviewing contracts, and making sure they're the best contracts possible for their clients. So, if you are passionate about contract law, this one is for you. Number five, right? Yes, a data privacy officer. So now we all know how important now data privacy is across the globe and protecting it. If you're someone who's very passionate about data protection and kind of protecting your information and making sure it's done correctly and accurately, this is the one for you. This is kind of the sweet spot between law and cybersecurity and just protecting data, right? So if you're passionate about things like that and cybersecurity, then this is the one for you. Number six, policy advisor or analyst. Now, this role is for the people who enjoy shaping the law, not just like enforcing it, but actually creating it and building it and stuff, right? So you're the people who kind of sit there and help people, governments and companies draft like policies and actual acts. So if you really enjoy like the academic side of law and that's what you like thrive in and you enjoy doing that stuff and arguing a lot with politicians because it's going to be a big part of it, then this is the role for you. Next one, legal content creator, which is partially what I am. Now, if you're someone who enjoys educating people about the law and kind of teaching them what's there, what's available, and you also enjoy things like YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, then this is the job for you. It's something you can do full time because some people are in it full time. It's something you can also do part time. It's for those people who are very good with content creation but want to give a legal twist to it. So, you know how in content creation they say find a niche and see which one you enjoy best. This is for those people who want to niche down, like me, into legal content creation. So, if this is you, run to it because it can be very lucrative even in Africa. People are now looking for people to create, or companies are now looking for people to create content for their law firms, for their platforms, or whatever it is that they're kind of trying to educate people about because everyone now is more attached to their gadgets. So legal content creation is now a very big thing. So if you enjoy it and you enjoy content creation, go for it. You'll never miss. Number 8, a legal recruiter. Now, like I said earlier, legals or legal firms or legal higher ups are very particular about how they work. So there's now an uptake in recruiters who specialize in recruiting for legal departments, legal firms, and that kind of thing. It's because they really want a specific type of person who can find the right fits between their departments, right? So being a recruiter is great, but you find out that the recruitment space is also evolving. So you have people who specialize in certain areas, and legal recruiters is now something that's coming up quite a bit. So if you enjoy helping people find jobs, helping find people find each other, then legal recruitment might be for you. You don't need a legal degree for this, by the way. You could just have a knack for finding people to fit each other. So it's a possibility. Number 9, legal project manager. Now, this is a role for those people who like to organize and manage and find efficiencies in a department as a whole. So it's similar to a legal operations specialist, but at a higher level. So you don't just find efficiencies, you are managing whole projects. So it could be like an M&A transaction or a case, like a litigation case or whatever the project may be in the law firm. So we are finding that law firms now want legal project managers because they are a bit more sensitive to the nuances of legal practice, but they also want to manage a case, but making sure it's efficient and make sure it's done properly. So that's kind of the sweet spot. So it's essentially a project manager, but with a legal background because you need to be able to know what are the little small fallbacks that legal departments may have or how lawyers work and what might be a negative for them but a positive for just a normal project, right? So if that's you, you can do that. And legal project managers can be found in law firms or in corporates. So it just depends on what you want. And last but not least, an entrepreneur. So now this is a new thing that's coming up in the legal space, specifically with the tech, legal tech startup. So you can be a legal tech startup or start your own consultancy. Like, that's very possible. That's also still entrepreneurship. Like I said in my previous video, I feel like a lot of African lawyers are entrepreneurs at heart purely because we're not allowed to advertise. So you have to find ways to find business. So you're probably naturally an entrepreneur at heart. But like I said, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. So it's not a forced thing to do. But like I said, I'm just telling you about options that you could possibly consider and look into. Right? Now, so, like I said, these non traditional careers are not just for people who are already in practice. This is for students who are considering career options. This is for paralegals who are considering also pivoting. So, anyone who's within the legal space who's thinking, maybe let me change my day to day, my scenery, I want something different, this could be for you. Personally, I pivoted into the non traditional because I suffered from burnout and I just needed something that I could still use my legal degree, but it was not the traditional law because it was starting to drain me and I was just not enjoying myself anymore. So, legal technology allows me to always feel motivated, always feel like I'm enjoying my day to day. I'm never bored. And for me, boredom is a big thing, guys. If I get bored, I get very annoying. So legal technology stimulates me enough to keep me going, and I manage to self motivate because I feel like motivation from outside is one thing, but being able to self regulate and self motivate is very important in your career. So when you find that career that makes you do that, hold on to it. So, after listening to all of this, which one of these caught your eye? Is there anyone that you are specifically wanting to know more about? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, which one you want to learn more about, and I can direct you to possibly people who hold those roles so you learn more about them, or companies that also hire for those. If you guys want me to do a video on that, please let me know in the comments down below, and we'll keep talking. So, in our next video, we're going to just start. Ooh, So, in our next video, we're going to discuss starting a gourmet ice cream business, all the lessons I've learned from that, and what you can possibly learn from those lessons, and any advice I can provide you with starting a business and what you need to know about starting a business. I look forward to seeing you next week, guys, and stay tuned.